check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Keith Thurman said that he would, probably retire if Manny Pacquiao beats him. He says Pacquiao is a bad man. He's a bad man at 40 years old. He said at 30 years old, he's a bad man. I'm paraphrasing here. I'll link the article in the description. But he says that his mother likes the way he looks in the suit, and he says he'll probably do some more commentating, if he loses to Pacquiao when he retire. But hey, let's talk about it. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. One time for the one time we grinding. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video, man. And pretty much that's the way it go, man. Like I say, man, when you already thinking about retirement, man, losing shouldn't even be on your mind when you going into a fight of this magnitude for Keith Thurman, man. Your mind should be on, destroy and whatever. And I know it's a possibility. The probability is he could lose this fight. He been out 22 months. He can get injured in this fight. He can get stopped because Pacquiao still could thump a little bit. But, man, Keith Thurman should go in there and destroy Manny Pacquiao. His mind shouldn't even, it shouldn't even, produce a lost thought. Like, oh, man, I might lose. Nah, you should be going to think. But, hey, that's the hurt business. It could change at any moment. At least he got a backup plan. But, hey, he probably going to retire after this fight anyway, bro. At the end of the day, he don't want to fight Errol Spence. He got the fight that he want to get. And you know what? They give people even more of a reason to root for Manny Pacquiao to win this fight, because like Keith Thurman is gonna be a forgotten fighter. Like Keith Thurman is gonna go down if Pacquiao beat him as one of the most hoish, cowardice fighters out there, man. When Keith Thurman get brought up and they say he up for the Hall of Fame, that he could be voted in, like the first adjectives you gonna hear is coward, punk, a B word, man. That whole, that's what you gonna hear. You know what? And if he fine with being, that being his moniker, as being a fraudulent punk champion, and all that stuff, a guy that people believed in, a guy that switched up quicker than the Michigan weather, a guy that said, I KOs for life, I ain't got to owe, I ain't afraid to let it go, and, all it take is one time, and, the dude that was singing rah, 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 and doing all of that, that's what he gonna go down for, is a dude that really switched up. But he already think about retirement. Anytime you only fighting once a year, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you take 2 years off from the sport you love and you come back on the Brandon Schaub show and said, oh, it's my shoulder, but shit, thought it was your elbow. I thought it was just your hand. All of a sudden it's your shoulder, you don't know what injury it is. He already thinking about retirement. He already didn't hit his point for my dice players out there. He already didn't hit his point. His point was, shit, I made $3.5 million. I made whoop-de-whoop with Sean Porter. I made whoop-de-whoop with Danny Garcia. I feel like undisputed when I beat Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. I don't need Errol Spence to validate me as the best welterweight. I'm the best welterweight. I can retire on top of the game. I can retire, beat Pacquiao, and that's my mission. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, because I hope this motherfucker lose now. You know what I'm saying? I hope he lose. Just to keep it funky, man. I hope he lose and he retire and never heard him from again. I don't want to hear him call fights. I don't want to hear his opinion. How can a coward give an opinion on a warrior who putting his life on the line fighting the best competition out there? You know what I'm saying? How could somebody go out here and give another fighter advice, but you ran from a dude, bro? You legitimately ran from Errol Spence. You sat there and threw a stone at Terrence Crawford, then hid your hand. Who want to see you on TV? Nobody want to see Sean Porter on TV. Nobody wants to see Abner Mars on TV. It's like the whole PBC thing. That the dudes that were on that show are lifetime duckers. You know what I'm saying? When you think of Abner Mares, guess what? He ran from Grandma Rigondeaux like everybody else. Okay? He ran from Rigondeaux like everybody the fuck else, all right? You think of Sean Porter. He said he didn't want to fight Errol Spence. I don't see Errol Spence as invincible. I want to fight Sean and Danny. That's what he said. He said he wasn't even looking to fight Errol Spence. After Errol Spence beat Kell Brook, at first he said, I want to fight Kell Brook. I want to fight Kell Brook for my title back. All of a sudden, Errol Spence gets the title. You don't want the title back. Like, come on. And then you got Keith Thurman who take the cake, man. People talk about Anthony Joshua, but shit, at least Anthony Joshua fight every 6 months or whatever it is, fight twice a year. Keith Thurman legitimately took 2 years off and held up the division, held the belt, knowing that he had no ambitions on coming back. He ran off and was hidden. He was hidden. He was hidden. He hid. He was out there in the pause and he hid. He hid. He was gone, boxing in the streets in Nepal, saying he was injured. Turned up with a new wife, Mary. Went over to wherever he was at, Nepal or the middle of Asia, wherever that's at. And this dude legitimately hid. Took 2 years off, gained a ton of weight. You know, I'm going to come back, then come back. I'm going to come back, then come back. Come back in, then come back. Then took 2 years off. You can't tell me Keith Thurman ain't the best hide-go-seek player. If Pacquiao beat him, it's fitting. And he retired, never heard from again, I think a lot of the brothers would be happy with that. I think a lot of boxing fans would be happy with that. So it gives people new ambitions and it gives them, you know, more, it gives them more, kind of reinvigorates people for this fight. Because at this point, you know, at the end of the day, like on my channel, I try to get niggas to separate hate from what your boxing mind think gonna win the fight. But if we step outside that realm, where we step outside to our personal feelings about the fight, I think everybody across the board agree, except for whoever these hardcore Keith Thurman fans is, that we hope that Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman and he just go away. That'll be fitting. Now, we know Pacquiao not going to probably fight Errol Spence. We cool with that, because guess what? Keith Thurman won't go fight him nowhere. At least people can respect the fact that Manny Pacquiao is a legend. You know what I'm saying? At least we can respect the fact that Manny Pacquiao is a legend. Like, okay, we understand. You know, like Terrence Crawford said, he deserved to go out the way he want to go out. We know Pacquiao probably try to call out Floyd Mayweather, or he going to retire and fight Danny Garcia, and then he probably going to relinquish the belt. And I'm cool with that. Because no matter how you slice the cake, if Pacquiao beat Thurman and he released the belt, cool. Then maybe the winner of Mikey Danny can fight, you know, Boots Putin or whoever for the top belt. They can fight for that belt, or however the WBA want to do it. Okay? But then again, the whole point is, even if Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman and hold on to the belt, Keith Thurman's going to do that regardless. You know, so, you know, he already thinking about retiring. Anytime you 30 years old in the sport of boxing, and that's when Floyd really started to hit his climax, trying to hit his peak. Anytime at that point you already thinking about retirement, bro, I think you already defeated. Not saying he gonna lose to Manny Pacquiao, he shouldn't. But anytime you thinking about retirement, that got something to do with Errol Spence Jr. That got something to do with Terrence Crawford, with the level of opposition that he gonna have to face. At the end of the day, when you already thinking about retirement at 30 years old, after you took 2 years off. So when last time you left the sport, you probably was like 28 years old, 29 years old. So, you know, he probably be 31 this year. So whenever you sitting here and you 30 years old, and you talking about retirement at 30 years old, Floyd was fighting with Arturo Gatti or something like that? He wasn't thinking about retirement. He still was trying to build himself up and get that bread. Keith Thurman, 30 years old, talking about retirement after taking 2 years off. Come on, man. Now, if the division was cupcake, and it was, let's just say, Jeff Horn, and let's just say, who else out there? Jeff Horn and Devin Alexander had a belt, or if Timothy Bradley had a belt, you know what I'm saying? You think he'd be talking about retirement? No, that motherfucker, I want to unify. You know, I'm going to unify the division. You know, I'm going to beat Tim Bradley. I'm going to beat Jeff Horn. Who is Jeff Horn? Nobody. Namir Khan, I beat him too. You know what I'm saying? He'll be sitting out here calling all of them out. All of them out. But since it's murder row, you know, really wanted to do is Errol Spence go beat Crawford, or Crawford beat Errol Spence, then, you know, just them take each other out, then come back and just get an easy way to the finals and just try to, you know, fight for the championship, all the belts. That's what he wanted to do. But, you know, when he held the division up and he held that belt captive, he should have just released the WBC belt. Then shit probably would have happened faster. By now, you probably would have had Errol Spence with 2 belts. He probably would have fought Danny Garcia by now. And then he would have been on his way fighting Terrence Crawford. Or, you know, that's would have been the fight people hyping up just like it is now. But it would have been 3 belts in the line. Then he could have slid back in the door and fought Jose Cito Lopez. Then he could have came through. And then he could have fought Manny Pacquiao. Then by that time, Terrence and Earl should have been already fought. And then next year, you can fight for all the belts. But he a coward, man. We already know how you rocking, man. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Soaps, lotions, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. Website, promo code in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if need be. If you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, make sure to subscribe button, share the videos. Best way to donate. We gone.